Hi, this is Dr. Kirk Megu, TV and podcast host and former university lecturer. I'm also a former independent senator in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, that was a great honor I had to serve. But, there was also a bit of a problem with my appointment. Maybe the problem was in my mind a bit, but there was a problem nevertheless. Let me explain. In our system of government, independent senators are appointed by the Prime Minister, the Leader of Opposition, and the President, who's a ceremonial type figure, kind of like a constitutional monarch. In fact, he replaced, or the President replaced the constitutional monarch. So the President at this time was the former principal of the university where I had lectured. Now, during his tenure, I was at the university and there was some radical restructuring going on, budget cuts, merging of departments, all sorts of tumult was going on, and there were a lot of casualties. Some of the best people left, were pushed out. There was a lot of internal politicking. I think it was a real mess, and I think the university has permanently suffered, under that whole restructuring, under this principal who became president. Now, when he was appointed president, I was already a famous media commentator, political analyst, and I was asked by the press my assessment of, the new president, the then new president. And I referred to his tenure at the university, and I said, I don't expect much at all. If it was a disaster then, and it might be a disaster when he assumes office. So I was, not very charitable in my assessment. So you can imagine how I was surprised when I did get the call from the president, who was the former principal, to be an independent senator. Because I guess a lot of people would feel that I would sort of kind of have to be on his side or somewhat to be soft on him as well, since I was one of his senators. But I also wanted to clear up with him that what I said was not personal, but also that I was going to continue to express my views independently but respectfully. So it's just something inside me. I suppose I could have left it and just gone ahead and not said anything, but I couldn't. I really wanted to face the president, to let him know, to speak to him face to face, man to man, before I accepted anything, before I took my oath of office and whatnot. So I remember, waiting outside the office, sitting. I was kind of a little nervous, I must say, trying to go over in my head, what I would say. I didn't want to mess anything up either, but I did want to be straight. Well, when I got in, he was sitting at his desk and he invited me to sit down, and I did, obviously, and I just started, I thanked him, of course, and I said, I really want to talk about my comments about you, my comments that I made when you were appointed president. And before I could even finish my sentence, he just sort of raised his hand and said, look, don't bother, look, whatever you said, that's fine, it's a free country, you're allowed your opinion. That was amazing. That was really amazing because, in our small societies, that is usually not the case. People expect loyalty and they're very sensitive about their positions and so forth. I just found that was great, and, my temporary appointment was thoroughly enjoyable. The lesson from that, there are two lessons for someone who wants to become a media personality. I suppose one is that you don't have to dilute your message at all. I mean, certainly you can express it respectfully, but you don't have to censor yourself. In fact, it's worse if you censor yourself if you're not speaking from an authentic place. That's certainly my feeling about it. And secondly, is that I never would have gotten the opportunity in the first place to become a senator if I wasn't already in the media. It's because of my media position, my independent pronouncements and analysis and commentary that got the attention of the president. Because when we worked in the same institution, we had no connection really. I don't even know, what he knew about me if I was there at all. He might have signed some instrument related to my appointment. I have no idea. Probably not. Probably the head of the department. But yeah, so it was because I was in the media really. And with you, when you get in the media, it's going to be amazing the people you reach, the opportunities you get. And that's just one example from my story. So that's it for today. I'll talk to you later and see you tomorrow. Bye.